Good morning. I want to tell you a story. So, about a year ago, I was working this job in Scottsdale. You've been to Scottsdale. And I remember just day by day it was getting harder and harder to be there. Um, and I would kind of enjoy it because it was like a patio restaurant and they had like a DJ weekly, and I you know, just dancing all the time and still doing my job and stuff. Um, and I was growing really tired of this job, and um, I remember I remember one day was like a very stressful day, and I think one of my managers was really stressed out because of a lot of different factors. One being the fact that I was dancing like full out, and she put out her frustrations on me and kind of was like, yeah, called me out, like, stop fucking dancing and da-da-da, it's not professional, just going off on me. And I was like, I don't know why the fuck I work here anyways. And I was like pissed off too. I was like, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here anyways. You're fucking right, like, you know. And she got mad and made me go home that day. And I was like, fine, whatever. I don't want to be here. I was kind of over the job already. Um, I think I mentioned they had a DJ weekly, so it was kind of cool. Um, but yeah, I remember thinking that day, I want to work a job where I'm dancing and where I'm celebrated for who I am and how I naturally am, you know? And yeah, I didn't have a job. I think I didn't get fired that day, but I got fired shortly after. Or no, I didn't yeah, I did get fired. Yeah, because I didn't show up. So I was like, nah, I'm not going in anymore. So I didn't have a job for like a couple months. No, not a couple months. It was probably like a month. And then I remember my roomie slash cousin told me, hey, there's my uncle. He told me, hey, there's a place nearby where they have belly dancers. And I was like, ooh, that sounds fun. Like, I'm gonna go check it out. And then just to see, and then I walked over there because it was close by, and it was this like kind of like Middle Eastern restaurant, and it was really early in the day, and I walked in and I was like, hey, hello, you guys open? And this, I think a guy came out from the kitchen. He walked out. He was like, hey, hello. We're not open yet. I was like, oh, that's okay. I just want to check the place out and ask you a couple questions. He's like, oh, okay, that's fine. What's up? How you doing? And we started talking, and I was like, yeah, I hear you guys have belly dancers here. And he's like, yeah, we do. We have shows about like twice a week, and the girls come in, and it's a fun time, and live music and stuff. I was like, wow, that sounds so fun. Like, cool. Like, I'll probably like come check you guys out. And we chatted for a bit, and he said towards the end, like, hey, like, what, are you looking for a job? And I was like, sure. And he's like, okay. He's like, why don't I give you this application, and why don't you come in this day to come work here? And I was like, okay, I've done serving someone so many times before. I was like, okay. So then I came the next day, talked with the owner, and we had lunch, got the job, worked out, started working, cool. And the more that I worked, the more that I became enamored with the kind of like the ambiance of the space, and really the music that was just different and exotic and just like stimulated my soul. And I would just dance between tables like I do, dance between tables and kind of like belly dance. And I would really start to watch the belly dancers, and I would watch the belly dancers and kind of like take mental notes and kind of replicate and really just enjoy watching them and being so enamored by this kind of exotic environment. And yeah, I remember my boss one day, he told me, he's like, hey, you're good. Like, why don't you go up there like one of these days? Why don't you dance for us? And I was like, no, no. But that didn't kind of stop me from dancing. I love dancing, so I'd always dance. Or like on a Saturday night when everyone left, I'd play my music and just like go crazy and belly dance and practice and move and have fun. And everyone would just laugh or, well, not laugh, but enjoy and smile and hype me up and kind of let me do my thing. And yeah, as the months went by, I thought, hey, like, I want to be on that stage. What is it going to take? What do I need? So as I started kind of manifesting it and really thinking about it, I was like, hey, I would love to be on that stage. Like, that would be so, so fun and also so scary. And I just kept dancing and dancing and dancing, even dancing at home, and just having fun with it. And I remember one day I manifested a bunch of belly dance outfits. Very cheap, very beautiful, from the best dancer at this Middle Eastern restaurant. And I was like, wow, it's a sign. I'm getting somewhere. And I remember going to different hookah lounges because at the time I had some Middle Eastern friends, and we would just go to different hookah lounges. And I would really enjoy just this different. It felt like I was like in a different world, and I really enjoyed it. And it's like, hey, you guys looking for belly dancers? And I want to belly dance for you guys, and all this stuff. And they never got back to me. It never kind of super worked out. I ended up getting the outfits, but I never did anything with the outfits that I have. My boss even gave me a couple different opportunities to come dance for one of the two restaurants that he had. Okay, you're gonna dance this night. Okay, you're gonna dance this night. Okay, let's do that. He would put me into his plans. Woo. He would tell me, okay, you're gonna do this show. Hey, we need a dancer. Do you want to come to? Hey, by the way, he would put me in his plans, and he would tell me, come, yeah, come dance for us. Like like he was even gonna pay me, and I never took any of those opportunities. I'm thinking now to that moment when I was in the restaurant in Scottsdale that I didn't enjoy. I was like, the next job I am going to dance. I'm going to be celebrated for who I am. But I was kind of back in a serving job, but with an opportunity to do that which I wanted, that which I put out into the universe. But I was never quite ready. I was never quite ready, or thought that I was ready, or really thought that I was good enough. And it's funny too because I never took those opportunities, but once in a while, my when I had on Saturday nights when we had the Middle Eastern live music and belly dancers and just like the parties on the weekends that I would work as a server, I had like my parties, my tables, they call them parties if it's like a big table. So I had my tables, and I remember I remember this one night I was serving my table, and I would always belly dance, just to have fun with them. And I remember my boss was like, belly dance for us. And then he made me take off my like apron and made me put my hair down, and I started belly dancing for my table, and they loved it, and everyone was so excited. And they're like, wow, you're so good. Like, why don't you dance for the restaurant, like why don't you go up there? Why don't I see you here like dancing up there on the weekends, girl? Get your outfit together. And I would always just be like, no, I'm not ready, or just make different excuses. But yeah, I mean, I remember now there were a couple times that I actually did go up on stage anyways and just danced for the party, or just danced for my tables, and just like had a really good time, between serving different tables, just going up there and shaking my thing, getting down, and people always enjoyed it. It's such a sensual but such a playful energy that's so beautiful to be a part of. And Yes, like I never took the opportunity that I asked the universe for. I never took the opportunity that I asked the universe for, even when I had all the belly dance outfits and going to classes and just, I never felt like I was good enough. I think that not never feeling like I was good enough limited me not only in the opportunities but in my embodiment. I think if I don't feel like I'm good enough, it kind of shows in my practice, you know? It's like a bit different, right? If I'm not gonna go belly dance, like if I'm not sit on stage with my costume, it's like there's no pressure. But if I'm up there with my costume, it's like, whoa, there's all this expectation I get into my head. But it's just crazy that we have these dreams and these goals and these visions, but when they actually come, we don't take advantage of them. Maybe just in my case, because I'll ask for something, it will come to me, and then I will be like, no. And I think a lot of us, when it comes to our artistry, we can feel like we're not good enough and not take advantage of the opportunities that are available to us so many times in our life, and to notice that opportunities will come for us to share our craft all the time. So, this is just me realizing now, and I still have all of the costumes, and I don't have the job there anymore, but I still have all of the costumes. I have a camera, I have friends with cameras and friends that are artists, and now it's like, well, where do I go forward? What am I ready for? Where am I at in my artistic journey? And maybe to a point I'll never feel good enough. And I read this quote this morning that I enjoyed, and it said, "It's not who you think you are that holds you back, it's who you think you're not." It's not who you think you are that holds you back, it's who you think you're not. I have all these expectations on myself of being super disciplined and dancing all the time and sweating and building muscle in my body and like not feeling adequate because I won't show up for myself, which is true. I expect more from myself. I want to master my craft and have fun with it. But I already am that which I want to become. I actually have a really beautiful body already that could use some more muscle. We don't always have to, it's like a balance, like not being super comfortable with where we're at, where we don't want to grow, but also realizing the potency of who we are in this moment. And me with dancing, I've been dancing ever since I could walk. And I do it all the time. And there's always areas that, there's always areas where we can grow for sure. And it's good to be disciplined in our craft. But who are we to think that we're not adequate? It's like it's who you think. What holds you back is who you think you're not. If people see something in us, maybe we could start seeing that in ourselves and let that push us and inspire us to go forward in the enjoyment and mastering of our craft/crafts. I guess this story was just for my reflection that I wished, and honestly, I don't exactly feel like I do, to a point I do feel like I missed out on the opportunity that I asked for, but it was almost like maybe the dream's not coming yet and God was giving me training wheels to go forward into what I want. And I think it's a bit of both. It's God's putting the opportunity there. What are you going to do with it? And also, this missed opportunity is going to show you is, what did my friend say? This missed opportunity is going to show you that there will be much more. This missed opportunity will get you ready for the next opportunity to come. So every missed opportunity is a chance to dive deeper into what you love. And I guess that's the moral of the story. And there's just too many of us, artists and entertainers and players, that um, don't believe in ourselves or don't enjoy our craft. You know? Getting back to the enjoyment of our craft and continuing in that joy, in that mastery, and knowing that opportunities will come. So, how can we enjoy, practice, and be ready for those opportunities to come? You know? And I have friends who will always say, and I say, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet, it's not ready yet, it's not ready yet. When is it going to be ready? When we decide that it is. When we allow other people to enjoy our art, when we allow other people to enjoy the expression, the delivery of our craft that we enjoy. When we let others enjoy our art. And that is where we will start. You know? If you make music, I make music, it's super fun. I like a crowd, not because I like to share my music, because it's so fun to give that energy and have people have such a good time and be penetrated by your soul and what you give as an artist, you know? And it's so beautiful to share your dance, to share your magic with other people. And for me, like, yeah, putting ourselves out there more, making ourselves uncomfortable by sharing our craft, by putting on little shows for our friends, whether it's dancing, painting, making music. Little by little, we'll put ourselves on the spot more and more, and we will force ourselves to realize that we are ready. Force ourselves to turn on. You know, what did Drake say? Life ain't no rehearsal. The camera's always rolling. Like, and if we're so afraid to share and to perform, then that is the one thing that we should do more and more. And it's 18 minutes now, so I think I will close this video. And yeah, enjoy your craft, practice it, and share it.